very fun. That's kind of what I take away from it.
How similar, in your opinion, are they to Kentucky? Obviously, they were another up and down team, scored a lot of points. How similar are they to Kentucky?
Yeah, they're really similar to Kentucky. Like, they play fast, they shoot a lot of threes.
Quick ones. If you could change one rule in basketball,
Yeah, because
hypothetically,
the offense is really similar, for sure.
Obviously, you're very close with Marcus Page and stuff. What have you guys been talking about in terms of your game between, the last NCAA tournament game?
At a 4-point line, okay, you'd be traded for the 4-point line.
We did some
What
film,
song
and
or
that's about
artist
it. We
is
just looked at my
guaranteed to get the
mistakes
team
and
hyped
just looked at how I could correct them.
And then, what song
What
or artist
specifically are you
guaranteed to
guys
fill the
breaking down
vibe?
there in terms of?
Just like my shot
Last one,
selection, my
your
turnovers,
women's
stuff
national
like that.
champion prediction.
You guys talk about the threes?
Okay, running it back.
Did you guys talk about the threes?
What do you mean?
Like the three-pointers, and then you mentioned shot selection.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We talked about all of them, yeah.
What did he sort of tell you about that in terms of staying aggressive?
He told me that they were all good shots, and I just need to shoot it with confidence and not hesitate as much as I did last game.
Have your teammates been talking to you, kind of hyping you up in the same regard?
Yeah, they're always constantly talking to me, hyping me up, giving me confidence. So that's just something they do every day.
Is your eye okay?
Yeah, I have my contact and just kind of.
Oh, okay. Just asking.
LeBron's locker's right over there, and like I've been curious as to whose locker I'm sitting in right now, but I mean it's pretty cool.
Trying to think. Dinwiddie over here. Yeah.
Is it? I'll take
I'm
Spencer
in here all the
Dinwiddie.
time.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
But yeah, no, I mean it's amazing.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
cool.
Awesome. All right, welcome to Council.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that kind of what you guys do to pass the time? This is a car game.
Tied, obviously, one of the higher scoring teams in the country.
Yeah, they're a super fast scoring team. They really get out in transition. They hunt threes, and I mean they play really fast, kind of like we do. So we know we have to control our pace and get back on defense. But necessarily when we get back on defense, we try and guard the paint. But really, I think when we're getting back in transition tomorrow, we gotta look out to guard the three because this is what they hunt for.
Sorry about that. What's this trip been like so far? You guys here in LA, obviously, the importance is getting a win tomorrow, but you guys are kind of in LA.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's been a fun trip. We got in yesterday. We went to dinner as a team, but since then we've been locked on Alabama. Watched film last night, watched film this morning. We had a little bit of free time before practice, but we ate lunch and headed here, so we've been locked in.
You've faced a lot of defensive challenges. What is Sears? What are the challenges that he presents to you all?
I mean, he's a quick, strong, sturdy guard. Kind of reminds me of Jalen Brunson a little bit. He can get to the three. He's super quick, so he can blow past you and get to the lane. And he doesn't really settle for taking bad shots. So I mean, he's an amazing player. Credit to him, but just trying to prep for him.
Is the ball screen defense going to be really big tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, every game. Every game you play an elite point guard, either ball screen defense is going to be huge, and that's just one of those games.
Seth, are you a Jordan guy? You're a LeBron guy? You're a Kobe guy? Everybody's one of those guys. Which one are you?
I'm just a guy. I don't have a goat. You say it's LeBron, I agree. You say it's Jordan, I agree too. You say it's Kobe, I can see your points. I don't have a goat, but for the sake of being a Carolina fan, I'm gonna say Jordan. But for the sake of being in this locker room, I'm gonna say LeBron. So.
Good answer. Thanks, bro.
You look for. I mean, they like to run. They like to score a lot of points. Do you kind of salivated that sort of game?
I mean, yeah. We prep. Each and every game is a different type of preparation. We know Alabama likes to score a lot of points, so we know to win this game. Our defensive principles, our tenacity is going to have to be as high as it always is. So.
Seth Hubert always talks about taking advantage of opportunities. You and Jalen have proved to do that. In March, you often see those guys come off the bench make a big impact. How has that changed things for you two when you get those opportunities, especially in March Madness?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where, this is it. It's do or die. So, us coming off the bench, but everybody in this team, but, us guys coming off the bench, we have to leave it, on the floor. We have to give all we got because if we don't, might not win the game. So it's just, our mentality is just, leave it on the floor, giving it all we got, trying to make the best play every single play. Because, we want to keep going. We want to get to Phoenix and we want to win a national championship.
In terms of talking to Elliot, he said that you guys have been kind of building up his confidence, telling him to take shots. What exactly have you been saying to him over the past 2 or so games?
We're just reminding him. He makes shots in practice all the time. He shoots it in practice with confidence. We see him make shots in game. We're just reminding him like we can do it, or he can do it. He can do it. He's been that player. everybody go through slumps or whatever it is, but just continue to remind him, that's who he is. He doesn't. You're gonna miss shots. No reason to let anybody get in your head. People are gonna say this and that, but who cares? At the end of the day, we have his back. Coaches have his back, so that's all that matters.
Obviously.
Stylistically, things can be different. Basketball is also a game where sometimes you need to just settle in a little bit, and so I think for us, we were able to raise our edge, our competitiveness, our energy after they kind of threw the first punch, and we responded in a tremendous way. And so that's a credit to our team, and something that has made us really good this year is being able to kind of bounce back and course correct, like you said, during the heat of a game. And so obviously you want to come out firing, and that's what we plan to do on Thursday. But it's good to know that we have the ability to weather the storm during games.
And you mentioned style of play as well. When a team, I guess, is, they play a similar style to you, they like to get up and down, things like that. I don't want to use the words like easier or harder, but I guess, is it, beneficial playing a team with a similar style, or is a team that is different? Just how beneficial is it playing a team that's similar to what you guys do?
Yeah, for us, we go out and we compete no matter who we're playing, and it's as simple as that. It's something that I think the ACC has prepared us well to do, is we play a lot of teams throughout the course of the season that have very different styles, and you can kind of take a look at the league and see that. And so I think that's something that's helped us, and we've played against all types of teams this year, and so Alabama obviously is a good opponent, and we're looking forward to a good game on Thursday.
What are the challenges that Sears will give you guys defensively tomorrow?
Yeah, he's a great player. Obviously, an all-American kind of player. He's having a tremendous year, and so for us, doing the job on the ball defensively, keeping him. Obviously, we want to. He's a major key to their offense, and so containing him, his ability to shoot, his ability to drive and play make. So for us, just competing on every possession, making sure he's not getting any easy ones, and doing the job as a team, all five guys.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Would you say you guys have always had that resilience and that grit, or is that something that you kind of built your way into throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, I think for us, we have a very resilient group, and we've got a lot of guys who've been through a significant amount of college basketball. I think obviously during the course of a season you can develop that through games, and so we've been in situations where we've been down at half, we've had to kind of battle back, and obviously you don't really want to be in those positions, but now you're in March, it's good to kind of have those under your belt, knowing that you've been through it, you've been able to bounce back, and you kind of have what it takes. So we're really encouraged by that, and we know how much we trust each other, how much we stay together in those moments, and so I think our ability to be resilient is something that's helped us.
Coach Oates was talking about a matchup you guys had, I think, 2 years ago, and I think you might live rent-free in his head right now. What advantage does size give your guys' squad in this matchup?
Armando, starting with Armando, he is always giving us an advantage no matter who we play, just because he's a tremendous player and he takes so much attention. And so, I think going inside to him is always good to us, and so that's something that we'll obviously focus on. And Harrison, Jalen Withers, Jalen Washington, guys who can provide size, being physical and playing inside and dominating the paint is something we always try to do.
That's be a lot different. In transition, they run for threes instead of layups, so just kind of making those adjustments for us, and playing against a lot of left-handed players will also be an adjustment.
Do they have any similarities to? I know they have different personnel. Do they have any similarities to Kentucky? Obviously, Kentucky's another team that like to get up and down. Is there any similarities?
Similarities, but the difference, I would say, they shoot a lot more threes. They have 6 or 7 guys who shot 100 or more threes, and that's weird to play against, especially most teams are good at transition, they go for a layup, go for a dunk, but they're 2-on-1 breaks and shooting threes or pulling up for 3, and they don't really shoot any mid-range floaters or shots. It's all layups and perimeter 3-pointers.
How do you had a stretch there in January, particularly where opponents were shooting low from three-point range. What were you doing then, and what will you need to do tomorrow to keep them off the arc?
I think it's all about our contests. I feel like when you contest a three-pointer, it's harder to make it. A lot of teams, especially a team like this, when they get their feet set, they have 6, 7, 8 guys who can shoot the ball 37% plus from 3, and especially wide open catch and shoot 3. They make a lot, and for us, it's going to be big, keeping a man on body and staying disciplined in our principles.
Harrison, walking in this building, knowing what stage you're about to set foot on, what are you feeling right now?
I'm just feeling excited and just grateful and blessed to be in this opportunity.
It's been my dream to play in March Madness. You know, we're in Sweet 16, about to play at Crypto.com, and against Alabama, another great team. It's gonna be fun.
And knowing the unique blend you guys have of experience and talent, why do you think that makes this squad equipped to go the distance?
I think we're a tough team to beat. We got good bigs, we got good wings, we got good guards, we got shooters, drivers, defenders. I mean, whatever you want, we got it. We can play any style any team we want to. They want to play big, we can play big. If they want to post up, shoot threes, ball screens. I mean, we got it all. So for us, it's about staying together and not having a game where we come out with not a lot of energy and dropping a game, because now dropping a game means your season's over.
And I know this is a level you aspire to play at, right? What does it mean to be sitting in the locker room of the Los Angeles Lakers right now?
For me, it's not even that big, because it's still a March Madness everywhere. So to me, I still just seem like a March Madness locker room. But it's cool to play in the Crypto.com arena. It's a big arena. It's a dream to play in the NBA. But for me, I'm trying to stay focused on task at hand, which is Alabama and Sweet 16.
You got a lot of family and friends coming out?
A lot. Because I used to go to Stanford out here, so that was like 4 hours away in San Francisco. So some of my friends are coming down to watch the game. They're in spring break, so it'll be cool to see them.
Awesome. Great. Thank
Does it excite you to play a team that loves to run, kind of like you guys do?
100%. I mean, I think, you see the game they had last year. It was like quadruple overtime, 100 something, and they got the best of us last year. But this year, I think we got them.
What is the biggest challenge about a team that likes to go to the rim and take it right to the rim or hit threes? There's not a whole lot of mid-range game with them. How does that challenge you guys?
I think the biggest challenge is, these defensive principles. A lot of times a guard, whenever they come on screen, they'll shoot a floater if they're open, and they'll shoot a mid-range shot when they're open. But for them, it's about keeping man on body. They won't cut. They'll rebound the ball well, but for the most part, especially in transition, the weirdest thing is they're going to run for threes, they're going to run the corners, wings, and top of the key instead of running for layups.
How about them leaking guys out? They're not great on the defensive glass, but they get a lot of transition points. They leak a lot of guys out. How do you counter that?
I think with rebounding and taking good shots, I think me and Armando have been making shots. Me and Armando, we've been pretty dominant on the glass. Last 25 games, except for Michigan State, we out-rebounded opponents. So for us, it's going to be getting to the glass and making sure we're rebounding, especially along with Jalen Withers. He's been doing a great job, especially the last 10 games of rebounding, especially if you see his rebounds per minute, it's off the chart. So for us, it's going to be just play our game and everything else will work out.
Offensive rebounding is always huge, but is that maybe an opportunity tomorrow or an area where you guys maybe should be able to have a lot of success?
I think so. I think every game we should have success in that. Me and Armando, we both average about 9 or 10 rebounds a game. So, I think it's hard to box us out, and especially with the shooters we have, with RJ, with Cormac, with even me shooting the ball well. And, for us, it's going to be hard for them to, close down our shooters and box out our rebounders.
One more question real fast, and I don't know how these guys describe RJ's step back.
What do you mean? His step back, his move?
His step back three.
No, he got it all. He's a bucket. He's one of those guys that whenever he shoots the ball, you just assume it's going in, whether it's a bad shot, good shot, contested or not. He's one of those guys where the step back, his little between the legs step back, his mid-range pull up, all of it, I think is going in.
Do you ever find yourself on him, like pick up or practice, and he hits one on you, and you're like, damn?
All the time. In the game, there'll be times where I hit the shot, I'm like, dang, RJ, you tough. But, for us, it's just about staying together. We know what RJ's going to bring. We all got to bring our other stuff.
Switching topics a little bit. Thanks. NCAA president.
Definitely a toughness to us. I really can't point to one person on this team that isn't tough in a sense, and and how they approach and how they play. And all year we play hard. And it's just worked out, and we listen. I think that's an underrated part of being a great team is just listening. We do such a good job of just taking whatever the coach say and applying it. It's made a huge difference for us.
And then 3 years into Coach Davis's tenure as head coach, how have you seen him evolve?
Everything has really been the same. Like I said, we recruited some different players and we switched up the offense a little bit. But for the most part, the practice has been the same. And what he does work. I think it's just more on the players just figuring out if we want to listen or not.
Did you say before the season, early in the season, that the Alabama game last year was one of those moments in time that kind of steered you guys a little bit in the wrong direction? I believe you said that earlier this year. So with that, you've got them now. Is there anything that you can derive from that, any added chip that you can get from that, in addition to obviously what you're playing for?
Yeah, it's no bigger chip on our shoulder than this game because this is the game that's up next, and it's either we win or we go home. So it's an added sense of urgency, and obviously our goal all year is to win a national championship, and this is the biggest and most important game we have had all season, and we need to win it.
A lot of teams have trouble preparing for their approach because they drive it to the rim or shoot threes. You had them a year ago. How much does that help that you've already seen that in person? Even though it was wild.
Yeah, it's tough preparing for a team like that because they just score at such a high level and they put so much pressure on you defensively to defend and be disciplined. But all year we've been disciplined for the most part, so I feel like if we just disciplined defensively and just handle that, everything else will work out.
Is too much being made about their pace, especially the first two teams you guys played were 361 in tempo and 309, and they're 3 in tempo. Is it just come down to basketball to your basketball?
For sure, definitely. But I mean, I think our luxury for us is we've seen so many different teams play in different ways, and that's the benefit of playing in the ACC because you got UVA that plays extremely slow, and you got Duke that's a mix of both, and then a team like Florida State that's high pace. So it really just, I mean, we've had a bunch of different looks all year, but I mean, we haven't played anybody like Alabama the way they can score the ball, and it'll be a challenge, but I think we're ready for it.
Does it kind of excite you to play a team that likes to run just like you guys?
Definitely, it's a lot of fun. It's going to be a high-scoring game, and who wouldn't want to play in a game where a lot of guys on our team can go out and get 20 and do different things.
Do you feel like you guys need to throw the first punch this time out? I mean, you've responded really well, but you can only do that so long, I imagine.
For sure, we definitely need to go out there and throw the first punch because they're so lethal scoring, and we need to kind of assert ourselves. And when it gets this late in the season, you don't want to allow other teams to hit you first because it might be a knockout punch.
What's made this run different than the one you had 2 years ago?
What does this journey mean to you?
I think the run 2 years ago, nobody expected anything out of us, but in this run, we expect a lot more out of ourselves, and we got a common goal, and we know we're good enough to get to that.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, Armando. We're in Hollywood. If this season was a movie for you guys, what would it be?
That's a great question. I would probably want to lean towards 21 Jump Street. We're having a lot of fun and we're winning and we're turning up, so that.
Are you going to drop some headshots off some of the studios?
Maybe.
Yeah, are you getting it? There's no time for any business activities on the side here.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, I'll wait till after the season to have a little fun.
Did you come here in the off season though for meetings or things like that?
Yeah, I was out here in the off season because me and RJ manager, he lives out here, and our financial advisor's out here too. So we came out here a few times, and also I work out here too. My trainer from Richmond, he does work with Drew Hamlin too. So I come out here and work out some too.
Thanks, Armando.
You haven't faced a team that throws up as many threes as these guys do. What are the challenges of that? Is really good ball screen defense even more important tomorrow?
Super important, but also rebounding too, because those long threes come with a lot of long rebounds too, and it's nothing more demoralizing than guarding their actions. It's already hard enough, and then for them to get an offensive rebound, kick it out, and they're not going to miss the three. So it's a lot of challenges that come with this game, but we've been a top 5 defense all year, so we just stick to what the coaches tell us we'll be fine.
Switching topics a little bit, NCAA President Charlie Bacot released a statement today about prop bets. He's trying to get...
Having faced them a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
But they still approach the game the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's so good about college basketball and just kind of playing them. We kind of have a sense of, their play style a little bit. Obviously, there's a lot of different players that they have this year, but I think their play style is kind of similar. And they do a good job of kind of just running a lot of actions for their guards and being able to have a lot of pick and roll, get to the rim, find threes. So I have a sense of, what kind of plays they run and, basically their play style, but obviously it's kind of different just because of the different players they have this year.
What is the tougher aspect of them to defend? The fact they want to take it right to the rim every time if they can?
Yeah.
Or they're going to kick it out and shoot threes? There's not much mid-range.
Yeah, not much at all. I mean, I think what's so good about them is they place spaced out, kind of like a 5-out offense a little bit, where the floor is spaced. They have a lot of great spacing, and I think that gives guys able to drive. So I'd probably say just covering the drive game first. But then it's hard though, because as soon as they drive, the defense collapses. They're able to kick out for 3. So it's going to be definitely a true test to our defense and being able to guard and be in the right spots. But I think we're capable of doing that.
I want to ask a few questions for Bleacher Report. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is that okay if I can hand you this little mic? You want to hold that quick?
Yeah.
All right. Mount Rushmore of March Madness legend. Appreciate it.
RJ, I was just talking to Armando about kind of some of the, I guess, hate or just troll comments he receives around prop betting.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I needed you to hit the over on da-da-da. Do you experience that at all in social media in real life?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like every athlete experiences that. We receive DMs and whatnot, but I think it's just, people in the outside world just putting, their time into the betting and I guess want us to get the number that they put out. So, yeah, I mean, I've received DMs and whatnot, but I don't really pay attention to it because at the end of the day, I'm just going out there to play basketball and not really about, if I'm, getting someone's number that they put out for me. So.
Yeah, is that something that I know? So today, President Baker, NCAA president, released a statement saying that he's kind of calling on people to, stop this at the state level. Do you think it's too much for amateurs, or something you don't really think about?
I mean, it's nothing that I don't really think about because I think I do a good job of kind of just ignoring stuff like that, especially if it's like through a DM or, I obviously receive a lot of DMs like through the requests, but I think I do a good job of kind of just ignoring that and not letting it get to me. I know everyone has like their different opinions about it, so I'm leaving with that.
What are the challenges that Sears will present you guys defensively tomorrow, and how do you stop him?
Just how quick he is. He's able to get to the rim. He has a really good shot, and he's able to kind of just create his shot for his own, but also for his teammates. So it's going to be a good coverage for us. We're going to do a good job on him because he's the head of the snake. And he gets the team going. He's able to. He's an All-American guard, so he's able to fill up the stat sheet really quick.
How much of a factor is conditioning in a game like this? Like, obviously, you guys are in great shape.
Yeah. I mean, I think it fits well for us because this is what we do. We're a fast-paced team, and we like to run as well. So I don't think conditioning is going to be a problem for us just because of how well we run our primary break and how we like to get out and run. So we'll be good. We'll be in shape.
How does the off-season conditioning under Coach Davis compare to what it was under Coach Williams?
It's very similar. I mean, we still do tempos. We did the Carolina run, the 12-minute run. I was actually stressing about the 12-minute run because I never did it because of COVID. Freshman year was COVID. Yeah. And then so we did it this year. I'm over here texting like Jonas, like how's this 12-minute run? I'm stressing about it. I'm at home running on the track. So
what is it, a mile and a half?
Yeah, you just gotta see how many laps you could get in 12 minutes. Okay. So I think Paxton was number one, and me and Seth were tied for two. So I think I definitely put too much pressure on myself because I was fine. Yeah.
Do you get excited when you face a team that likes to run like you guys, as opposed to Virginia or some team like that?
Yeah, I mean I love it. I love the back and forth type of games. It's gonna be really exciting, kind of just get out there and play basketball. It's a type of free league game where it's not as many sets as runs, more so just transition offense and being able to guard the transition defense. So I think it'll be a really exciting game.
Does the fact that you're in the Lakers locker room, does that anything special for you?
This is crazy, just for me, because LeBron's my favorite player, so just to be in his locker room, kind of just know that he comes to his locker room. It's a real moment. It's crazy. I try to see if they had their nameplates or anything out, but see if I can find LeBron's locker. But they didn't.
It's over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's over there. It's closed off, but it's exciting though. Just to kind of just walk in and just know that these professional players are in the seats that we're sitting in. It's crazy.
What was after last season? Obviously,